Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's about 20 to 5 here, Central Time. And look whose picture. Look who that is. Could it be? Could it be? Well, yes, it could be. Yeah, I'm going to grab this link and put it around in a couple places. There we go. And boom, 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 boom. Go over here. And I got to come over here to this one. There we go. Well, dang, why did it do that? I don't know why that doesn't. I don't get how why that does some of this stuff sometimes. But we'll get it up here. Get that posted in there. And I'll come over here. There we are. So now that I've got that posted, I can come back over here. John Doe's there, I see. And actually, that's Mark about a year or so ago. We're going to be getting into that shortly. Be getting into that very shortly. I just had to post the link in a couple places real quick. And if you feel like there's a couple places you want to share, feel free to do so. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be jumping. We're gonna start back in time because it seems that this fucknut has come crawling out of whatever rock he's been hiding under, and he's back to deciding that he's going to try his bullshit scams again. So, hey, there's Swin. All right. It's I figured I would just have to turn on the Wayback Machine a little bit. We're going to jump back in time a little bit before I get into the newer stuff that where he's up to recently. So we're gonna go back all the way back in time to 1999. Thank God for the web archive that's out there. Because this you can see right over here. This page was captured by archive.org, and you go look this up for yourself. It's not that hard to find. You go over to archive.org, it comes up a little search bar. You put in countrystar2000.com, and look what'll pop up. And these other little bars down here for the various other captures that they've got on this one too. So I'm going to be using this a little bit today, but this particular page is from November 28th, 1999. And this was long before all that crap happened in 2006, 2007. So This is, of course, written by him, written by Mark. You can tell that, and that'll become apparent pretty quick. Welcome to Country Star 2000, the artist management team representing the exciting country recording artist, singer, songwriter, performer, and television personality, Mark Newland. Notice he's using the Newland name here. What does Mark Newland? And here's how you know it's Mark has been writing this, because the punctuation and all that spelling and all that really comes into play almost immediately, because he doesn't know how to write. What does Mark Newland, the Country Music Awards, Shania Twain, the TV show Hot Country, the radio station K-Son, worldwide publicity, television, radio, and this site all have in common? Check it out and see. Join Mark, Jessica Andrews, Shelley Wright, Aaron Tippin, he spelled Tippin wrong, and Shadazy backstage, which, of course, you never saw anything of the kind. You never saw him backstage with any of those people. Join Mark and Joe Diffie, Jessica Andrews backstage of the 1999 Country Music Awards. Mark is the first country recording artist that we know of in the history of country music to ever do what before his record was even out, and he did it in front of the world. The answer is deep in this site. If you can answer this question, you can win, WINN, a trip to Nashville to appear on the television show Hot Country along with Mark and his guest star of the month. Where was this show at? Does anybody recall ever seeing this? And then, it goes along and it just, it's basically all patting himself on the back. Mark's promotional release is now being played in the country clubs around the Midwest. And Mark is currently touring the country, doing radio, TV, newspaper interviews, and personal appearances throughout the month of October. Well, I never heard of him. Up until, what was that, 2016, 2017? And then he claims that Garth Brooks almost put it on his record, some song, but never did. And now Mark is recording this great hot country song called The Only Good Years to be out and on regular radio station with Hot Country 99.3 in San Diego. Mark will also be performing at the Lakeside Radio on April 29th, 2000. April 29th and 30th, 2000, for 18,000 country music fans. Mark will do 3 shows in a packed arena in front of 5,700 seated rodeo fans. That's a bigger audience than Toby Keith had at his last performance in San Diego. Check this out. That's how you spell Toby Keith? Really, Mark? And that little thing that he claimed that he was in the front row of the 1999 CMAs. And when you go look at the 1999 CMA Awards, guess who's missing from the front row? In virtually any and all pictures, any and all videos that you can find, you're never going to fucking see him. Never, ever, 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 ever. Not at all, nothing. Zip, zilch, nada. Nothing. You wonder why that is? Because you're lying through your ass. You're lying your ass off. You can't help but lie. Can't help it, but can't help it. So let's fast forward a little bit. And we're going to jump up to, again, we're on that Country Star 2000 site. And this is from June 15th of 2000. Oh, and his name is everywhere. You go in Nashville, now that the Nashville Music Guide magazine has covered Mark in December 1999 and the January, February 2000 issues. But where was it? Who saw this? Has anybody seen it? Can't find it on the internet anyplace. He'd been named Artist of the Month at LA radio station Kick FM. Mark was interviewed live on one of his favorite radio stations, San Diego Country Station 97.3. Interviewed Mark live from the Shania Twain concert, where he was awaited and greeted with many screaming girls. Yeah, I bet you like that. We know how much you like young girls, Mark. We know how much you like them. SCREEM. Oh, and I like this too. He's releasing his record before 2000. Oh, here it is. Mark is the first country recording artist that we know of in the history of country music to ever be seated in the front row of the American Country Music Awards without having a record deal first. We will thank Dick Clark so much for the seat. Go ahead, go look. Go look. Please, go look. And you're going to find nothing, because he's not there. He wasn't invited. He wrote this shit because he thinks it makes him look better. You know, and anybody can go look this up. This is publicly available on the web. It's not hidden any place. It's out there. It's publicly available. Archive.org. Punch in countrystar2000.com in the little search bar, and you can look at the same thing I'm looking at. It's that simple. See, and this is in 2000. So now we're going to jump up a little bit forward. We're really going to get into some juicy stuff now. And he hates it when I bring this up. Oh, dang it. I hit the wrong damn thing. Okay. And it still hit the wrong thing. And I still hit the wrong damn thing. There we go. Okay. So let's jump over here. And we're going to bring up one of his early scams, the Temecula Polo Club in Temecula, California, which again was a big old crock of crap that he managed to scam his way into. And the reason for this is because at the time it was either who he was married to, not sure if he was married to her yet, or if he was just involved with her at the time. And I'll say her name because I got no beef with the woman. Tracy Mulvaney. He can't stand it when I say that name. So Tracy Mulvaney is a horse lover, aficionado, whatever you want to call her, and she's got money out the patootie. And Mark somehow got wrapped up with her. And evidently they did end up getting married at some point. And eventually, I guess that she got tired of good old Mark. and eventually decided to pay him off to go away and shut his fucking mouth. So that's what he did. That's why he won't talk about her. This page was October 12th of 2003, but it was captured in December of 2003. Well, and this whole thing, if you can actually go over and click on some of these links that are left, and it'll take you to here's the polo club in school. Gives you directions how to get there. And then on some of the pages, there was a little bit of contact information provided for some of the people that were supposedly helping him out, who were in fact contacted. And they didn't want to have anything to do with him, and thought that it might not be a real great idea if he ever showed his ass back there again. So that's pretty straightforward with that. With that, isn't it? You know, if you put half your energy into just a straight job someplace, you might do okay for yourself. But no. You got to keep this scamming and lying and scamming and lying. And we're going to get up on some of that here pretty soon. So now I'm gonna jump ahead quite a bit. Because I want to get into some of the bullshit that he's been spewing lately. Now here's a picture where they were doing that when the flags were going, over the overpass thing, flags across America or flags across the overpass or whatever the hell it was called. Overpasses for America, I think. So what does Mark do? Jumps out of that limo that you see right there, stands out there with his flags to take a picture, and then jumps back in the limo and leaves. Yeah, that's supporting. With his wannabe little Kotex tipped vest and support BACA. Oh yeah, that's something that we want to see Mark with around Bikers Against Child Abuse. Okay. So when we fast forward up, see, it seems that old Mark has decided to take it upon himself to send some messages out to a few people where he throws my name into shit. And this is shit that's going on with him and Jack Russell's band. And Jack Russell passed away like back in August. So I don't know why the fuck he thinks he's got to throw my name into the mix and yet throw in there that I'm a pedophile. Really? Really? And you have some sort of proof of that, right? You're not just libeling someone. Or is it slander? I guess it's slander in print. Anyway, something like that. Really? Well, let's take a look and see what the record has to say about that. Looky here. From the sci.ccc.nashville.gov page. Here's Mark Cruz. And here's the case number that was closed. And by the way, Mark, you still owe $1,342.50, and that's been due since 2008. And I think that, you know, with you being claiming to be as rich as you are, surely you could have had that paid off in that amount of time. Isn't that possible? I would think so. But we're going to open up the case. See, look here, not eligible to pay online. I wonder if that means you have a warrant for your arrest now. But look at the charges here. What is this? What are these over here? And there's the one with the guilty plea right there. And a $75,000 bond. Here's the detailed history on that. I'm trying to see if I can, I don't know if I can show the, oh, there it is. Mark Raymond Cruz. Guilty. Charged, guilty of? What's it say right there? What's it say over here? And again, this is publicly available information. Anybody can look it up. What is that? What does that say over there? Huh. But just in case that's not good enough, this is the actual indictment. This is the indictment. And there are 4 counts. And this is available on one of the websites that's out. This is also available publicly. And look at this. You can see right here. I mean, this is the indictment. That means that this little girl went in front of a group of freaking adults and told them what a 46-year-old man did to her back in the woods of that little western place. And you're going to claim that I'm the pedophile when I've got proof that you are. There's no denying this shit. Where's your proof of me? Can't provide proof of something that doesn't exist, moron. Can't be done. You just can't, you can't do it because it doesn't exist. I've asked you. I've asked your little buddy down there in Texas to provide proof of anything, and neither one of you can do it. He's claiming that I'm a serial killer with 300 fucking murders under my belt. But can he provide any proof? Nope, because it doesn't exist. Hell, he thought he'd struck gold when he found that I had a bad check from like 1982, 83, something like that. That was funny. But you, on the other hand, there's count 2, there's count 3, there's count 4. 4 counts. Against a 15-year-old girl. Because you're a dirtball. You prey on weak people. That's what it is. You like to prey on weak frickin' people and try to feed them with your bull crap about, oh, I can make you famous. You've got such a lovely voice. I can make you a country star. Well, at 15 years old, they can buy into that. And that's exactly what you prey on. You prey on weak, usually female or older people. Yeah, want me to bring up another little interesting tidbit in from your past? Yes, they are. Bring up another interesting little tidbit from your past there, Jackwagon. And then you know that big ass microphone that you've got? How'd you get that? How'd you get that? You conned a freaking disabled veteran living on a light pension out of his monthly stipend because you needed a microphone. So he sent you his last little bit of money so you could get a microphone, and then you blew his ass off. What a fucking piece of shit. And here you are again. Looky here. Impersonating being a Marine Corps Desert Storm veteran. See, right here. And we get right into it. I mean, right freaking into it. He's got his little fake Marine Corps patch right there. And then he goes through a video that was posted touting his, quote, karate skills. Hosted by 20th Degree. Master Chief. That's probably his cohort, Jen in the ghillie suit. Lieutenant Master Bates. Hosted by 20th Degree Master Chief Black Belt Special Force. Yeah, okay. What's amusing is he's got LT Master Bates. We all know what that means. Hosted by 20th Degree Master Chief. And yet he's got captain's bars. So which rank is it? Stupid fuck. And here he is, right here. He is signing autographs on his terrible album. But take a look at right there. When he's signing these up, I could zoomed in and got a close up of it. Oops. Right there. That's a Marine Corps service ring. And then he's got the old Desert Storm vet patch on his back. And he's got Desert Storm vet up here, veteran back here, Semper Fi down here. Yeah, wear that to the wrong place and somebody will rearrange your frickin' face. And also in 2017, when he was still doing the Bikers for the Republic crap, Here's the thing for his PTSD camp, which was supposed to be at a private ranch in Gallatin. He never had a private ranch in Gallatin. They had a house in Gallatin that, oh, by the way, he wasn't supposed to be at because he wasn't approved according to the lease agreement. He wasn't approved to be there. And this is something that he begged for donation so that he could bring these veterans down. They could stay at the ranch and ride horses and go camping and do all this other stuff. And really? At your house. Oh, and that's the same house that's shown in the videos that were posted earlier in the cruise control page with, oh hell, what's his name? I can't think of his name. I know it if I went and looked. But there's two videos over there, and this is just another case. This is another one of his fucking scams that he's bullshits about. Claims that people took away money from this stuff. That the big one was, well, we're converting an old hotel here, and we're getting the money together to convert the rooms so that homeless veterans have got a place to stay. And who was we? I contacted every freaking legitimate veterans association in your area, in the Gallatin, Portland area, or that whole area around there. They never heard of you. And chances are they probably still haven't heard of you. And see, look, you got to love this down here. Please make donations back on the main page of the, not to a legitimate group, but to him. Donate to him. Yeah, it was the, well, it wasn't it, I don't know if it was the Veterans Administration, but I know it was one of the veterans groups that told him he better frickin' knock it off. And see this up here, this white dove web design. This is his. This is Jennifer's page thingy, and she has taken down all of the references to Mark that she had the websites that she had built over time for him. But it's easy enough to take a look at those. Once again, we go back to archive.org. Comes up looking like this. And we put in whitedovewebdesign.com. And we get this to come up. And let's go back to 2019. You scroll down till you see a number highlighted. You see this snapshot was taken on on August 12th. And I have to go back a little further than that. Maybe she changed it earlier than that. So I'll go back to 2018. Oh, my. I'm really surprised that that's been scrubbed from even here. Oh, here we go. Click on the portfolio. I forgot to do that, damn it. There we go. There's all the fake ass fucking pages that she's written in support of this Nimrod. And you know, he has weaseled his way into a lot of different stuff and a different shit. Now I clicked on the wrong damn thing, man. I didn't click on portfolio. I forgot it was in the portfolio. It was the actual VA that told him, huh? Okay. I can certainly accept that. And I won't argue with it because it likely happened. It's like when he ran up there with them Bikers for Trump to the inauguration, and Bikers for Trump at the main group was told that they could have their rally down by the close to the inauguration site as long as they did not sell any t-shirts, stuff like that, you know, and they agreed to that. So what's Mark do? He takes his fake ass Bikers for Trump shirts and he's trying to sell them in bars and shit. And a couple guys from Bikers for Trump went in, took his t-shirts from him and told him to get the hell out. Not just out of the bar, out of town. Isn't that right, Mark? There's Sheba Entertainment, MarkConnorsCountryMusic.com, TheConnorsReport.com, which looks nothing like this anymore, ConnorsCoffee.com, which doesn't exist anymore, MarkConnorsTV.com, which doesn't exist anymore, Starshine Rock and Ride Rescue Tour, which was another scam, and Idlewild Radio from Idlewild, California, which was, oops, surprise, surprise, another scam. Because here's the thing about all this bullshit that's up here. And let's say that he did 3 of these things that are on here. He'd be set. But here's the amusing thing. Yeah, I wish they would charge him criminally. But here's the amusing thing. He's gotten so bad at these freaking scams that he was doing one of his braggadocio moments a couple of years ago with his latest scam target, which happened to be Jack Russell's Great White. And made the claim that, his stalkers, they kidnapped him. They kidnapped him and drove him all the way down to the Rio Grande in Texas and held him over the Rio Grande where the alligators are. There's no alligators in the Rio Grande. So here's where I get into the amusing part about it. The gentleman that finally contacted us, it was his 14-year-old daughter that said, hey, you know, maybe you should do a Google search on this guy. So he thought, well, what the hell, can't hurt. So he did. Guess what he found? The cruise control page on Facebook. That's right, Mark. He found that page and found out your fucking scams and shit. And it didn't matter how far back you guys went because you were in the process of ripping them off right then. That's why you got fired from them. And your fucking stalkers, quote unquote, didn't have anything to do with that. You had the silver spoon and you just couldn't fucking resist bragging. You just couldn't resist bragging and making up some bullshit story, trying to get attention, and it blew up in your face for the umpteenth freaking time. When are you going to learn, man? When are you going to learn? You're never going to learn. Here's your Connors report page now. Nothing there. Hadn't been updated since 2020. How are those daily reports coming? I'm going to do daily reports on the Connors report. You'll never shut me down. Nothing since 2020. Oh, and if I click over here to Mark Connors' autobiography, there's nothing there either. It's because you deleted all the lying ass videos from that page too, didn't you? You deleted all those videos. I've got all of them, by the way. You don't have to worry about that. I've got them. Yeah, you don't have to sweat that. So don't worry about you removing your little penny ante bullshit stories from that because I've got them all. Especially the one about you being fed with the freaking little bull thingy through the crack under the door. Shit. You are so incredibly full of crap. It makes my eyes freaking water from the laughter. And I'm getting, we're getting more and more contacts from people on cruise control and through the private messaging stuff. On there that they happen to be coming across this shit. So if you want to go ahead and try to run your scam on, right now, the scam that you're running, and I'm not going to get into that just yet because that's coming. But you go ahead and you try to run that scam. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. You want to post whatever bullshit little fucking lying ass interview you want to, go ahead. Because we'll be here to tear you down and hand you your ass on a platter like we've done in the past, and we'll do it again. So you want to keep up with your happy horse shit? Knock yourself out. You want to keep mentioning me and shit that I got nothing to do with? Go right ahead. Because you're a fucking liar. You always have been. Now I've come at you with nothing but the truth and the facts and shit that you've said that made your own self look like a complete idiot. So stand by for that if you want to continue trying to scam somebody. Be prepared, man. You have been warned. I warned you before, and I gave you plenty of a heads up, and you kept on and kept on and kept on. What did I do? I followed through exactly with what I said I was going to do. You didn't think I would, and I did, because unlike you, I don't bullshit. I don't need to fucking lie. Yeah, it is nuts. So next live stream, I'll be covering the Benson, Arizona bar escapade. The Billy Joe's Irish Pub, I think it was called. That's right. I'll be bringing that up, and we'll go over and see how much money you stole from that guy. We'll see about that. So I'll bring that up on the next stream that I'll be doing live. So I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a good one. We'll catch y'all later.